everyone, I'm Kelsie and welcome back to my channel, Connecting with Spirit. So today, following on from my mental health series, I wanted to talk a little bit about anxiety, feeling anxious and panic attacks, and my experience of panic attacks mostly. I just wanted to share a little story with you of how I overcame my panic attacks and healed it through energy work. Um, and then I am also going to release some energy healing videos, light language transmission for anxiety, feelings of anxiety and panic as well, as also a angelic energy healing for those feelings as well. Just to bring you some relief, because I do know and understand intimately how debilitating these feelings can be, feeling anxious all the time or having panic attacks. So I wanted to do some energy work and energy healing for you, to give you that relief, or to bring in the energies for whatever it is that you are looking for in your healing journey. So that being said, I'm just going to jump into this little story that I wanted to tell you, because it's been popping into my mind the last while now, and I think it was a message from Spirit or my higher self to share this with you. So I used to be an assistant psychologist, and I used to work with children and families primarily. Seeing clients with mental health issues, but mostly anxiety, feeling anxious, having panic attacks, these sorts of things. And at the time, I was also having difficulties with my mental health, because I was having panic attack before seeing a client. So every time I would see a client, before seeing a client, I would have a panic attack. And I felt like such a fraud, like I had such imposter syndrome, because I felt, who was I to be talking to these people about anxiety or having panic attacks when I didn't even have a good handle on my panic attacks. So that really did get me down, and it was very hard to deal with. But one day in my healing journey, by this time I had learned some energy healing techniques, and I had learned how to connect in with energy. So one day I decided to sit with my panic attacks and go into the energy. So what I do is I connect in with my body, and I just basically do a body scan, and I would feel the different energy caught in my body, if that makes sense. And I would go into the energy and ask the energy questions about like what the energy was, or why was I feeling that way, why the energy was here, these sorts of things. So that day when I sat with my panic, after a good bit actually, because sometimes it does take some self-inquiry. You have to ask the question why a couple of times before you get down into the root of the problem. But when I went into the panic and I asked it questions and got to the root of it, the root of my panic was actually because I didn't trust myself. Because I didn't trust myself to handle whatever it was that my clients would say to me, whatever would come up in the session. I just didn't trust in myself, or I didn't believe in myself. I didn't have that confidence to know that I could handle whatever it was that came up in the session. And getting that answer was eye-opening, honestly. It made me think a lot, and of course it brought up a lot of other questions, like why didn't I trust myself, and what that was that about. And it just so happened that I was attending a women's only shamanism retreat. I think it was a couple of days after that I had got to the root of this panic. And I went there, and I remember setting intentions and doing lots of different healing things, and going to a sweat lodge, which was something that I'd never done before. And the next week when I came back into the office, I just remembered feeling so confident, because I had pushed myself out of my comfort zone and did something new. I could handle it. And I came back and was feeling really great, and then ended up seeing more clients, and I didn't have a panic attack again. thankfully. So I had managed to heal my panic by getting to the root of it, and then I definitely think the shamanism healing retreat helped, most certainly by building my confidence in myself, so that when I went into the office, I just had this confidence in myself that I could handle whatever it was the clients were going to throw at me. So I wanted to share this story with you, just to give you some hope if you are dealing with panic attacks or feeling anxious all the time, because I do know what it is like, that you can heal yourself. There are many different ways. This is just the way that I know. I know there are other ways that you can go about healing this sort of thing as well, but I wanted to put it out there as an alternative, to give you an idea, to maybe inspire you to do this sort of work and go into your energy field and ask those hard questions and delve in and see what the energy is trying to tell you. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I just wanted to share this story with you. Do let me know what you think in the comments below. And yeah, stay tuned for the light language and the angelic energy healing for this, for the feelings of anxiety and panic as well. So thank you so much for being here. As always, take care until next time. Bye bye.